Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Ebony Mystique. You're a eclectic entrepreneur. I own a massage and wellness business. I'm a freelance pianist, and I also am an indie author. And today's video is about me holding myself accountable. I was in my writing group on my Facebook group for my Crystal Night, my books, and I told everybody there that I was going to hold myself accountable by reviewing books that I just keep purchasing. Like my to be read later pile is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So in order to hold me accountable for purchasing all these books that are just sitting here waiting their turn to get read, I am going to start reviewing the books that I'm reading. And that's going to make it to where, like, okay, I got to put a video out, so I need to read my books. Instead of just like, oh my gosh, the book covers are so pretty, they're going to sit on my bookshelf. Yeah, so this is me holding myself accountable. So today is the first day I'm doing this because I got a lot of books. So let me introduce what I was doing. I was having textual relations with this book called Sacrifce by Katee Robert. Oh, it's going to be backwards. Anyway, so this is it. This is Katee Robert. And I like it. I'm going to have to say I did like it. At first, I wasn't sure I was going to like it. It's a dark romance. I do like reading romance novels, so that's not an issue. But this was a dark romance, and it's about a character named Mina, and she is a dhampir, a half vampire, half human, and she basically gets sacrificed or punished by her father and sent to a place where this guy, Malachi, ironic, right? I used to have a husky named Malachi. Anyway, so she gets sent to his house for the sole purpose of getting pregnant and giving her father an heir. And like I said, this is a dark romance. So there are certain sexual things that happen in it that, you know, in the real world is just like creepy and just not for the, no, you don't do stuff like that. But with it being a dark romance, you know, the tropes, the tropes that come with that. And I will say it is a very well written book. You know, at first it was like, okay, this isn't kind of like my cup of tea. I'm not really, but because I bought it, and I know I said I'm not going to finish books that I don't like. And it's not that I didn't like this book. It was just some of the themes in the book, like, you know, the whole the blurred line between the sexual consent part was kind of like, okay, it was something I had to get adjusted to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna be fair. You know, I like my romance mushy. I don't like it like, oh my god, I don't like it. But yeah, so that's what I had to get through. However, she does a great job writing this book. It flows well. It's well written. There's nothing that I had to like rack my brain about to try to figure out. It's perfectly explained and it's perfectly clear. So she does a very great job with that. It is a series. Now, having read this, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the other ones because, again, dark romance isn't my cup of tea like that. But I will say, this book, it was well written and it was good for what it is. I didn't have a problem with the style or anything like that. She did a really good job with this one. I did buy it based off the cover. I did. I do buy books, you know, off the cover and the blurb. And it's a quick read. It is 147 pages. So it's a very quick read. You can do this, like, depending on the type of reader that you are, you could probably read this in a day or two or three. And just if you're into vampires and paranormal romances and themes, then you're probably going to like this book. I will say that it does go into the vampire themes pretty well. As you know, I do write paranormal supernatural fiction too, which is another reason I was kind of drawn to this when I read the blurb. And I was like, oh, you know, this is like my genre. This is what I do. This is what I like. So I did go ahead and grab it. And I did read it, even though at first it was it was just a little jarring for me. I'm a little, yeah, it was just a little jarring for me at first. But the main characters, they are well written. You understand their motives, you understand their desires, you understand their needs, you understand their conflicts. Malachi is a very complex character. He is, but he has a really good heart. And Mina, she's definitely complex. You know, her situation, having being offered up as basically an incubator for her father's bloodline. It was kind of like, oh, daddy's a jerk. I don't know much about daddy, just what I read in this one, and like I said, I'm probably not going to get the next series just because I like my romance a little bit lighter. But definitely, if you are into dark romance and you want something quick to read, like I said, this is not a heavy read. It's quick, it's fun. I don't know, it's quick, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad that I actually got to do this review on it. So her name is Katee Robert. Her book is Sacrifce. I know it's reversed. Guys, I'm really not good with this camera stuff, so if y'all can help me out. Anyway, I give it 3 out of 5 bookmarks. This is it's a good book, so I give it 3 out of 5 bookmarks. You know, I think it was good. It was rewarding. So again, this is Ebony Mystique, and it was Textual Relations, and yeah, holding myself accountable. Till the next book. Bye, lovelies.